then start recording.
Start streaming. It records
It's already
automatically.
started now. It should be good.
Let me look.
I'll mute your mic.
So I see we have a number of people joined already in anticipation of the Highwood Bocce Club Men's Singles Club Championship between Anthony LaBarbera and Tom Holleman. Should be a heck of a match. Want to make sure everyone knows that on the Facebook live stream from the Highwood Bocce Club Facebook page, at the exact same time, you'll be able to watch the Women's Championship between Courtney Strickland and reigning champ Lauren McDermott. So both events will be streaming live in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining, and hopefully we'll have the type of contest that we've had in the semifinals heretofore. Sean, it's best of 3 to 12. So both for the men's and ladies, 3 matches to 12. Last night, Vanessa Garippo and Courtney Strickland went to 3 matches. In the third match, it was 11-11. Courtney had 2 balls left, missed with the first, Raffa'd with the second, and hence she's here tonight. I think we're going to pick up Vanessa as a guest commentator for one of our matches.
Scoreboard. Is it already in the game?
Oh,
Is the scoreboard already in the game setting?
And there's no option for score update on here.
so we're just
Score update here.
2 minutes from first throw. Got a coin flip coming.
Where's that bottle of grappa? I need a 1-year supply. Okay. I'm not sure if he's making it. So I figure once they come back, I was going to ask him for a point. So yes, I got 2 minutes. So.
This is going to be the last warm-up frame for the players. You can see Anthony and Tom working on a few Raffas here.
Hey, but is Leo gonna come? Like he would tap me out? Cameras? Yeah, but like on this wood, so both cameras. Just I think just to the pole. I think that's good. Hey Don, did you hear my question? I was just saying, like,
He will at some point. While you finish.
Conco, when you introduce the men, go here.
Oh, that's right.
Two broadcasts. When you introduce them, go here. When you introduce them, go there. Okay?
Our referee for tonight, Donko, is going to share a few words, and then we will get underway.
Thank you. How are you? Are they reports at the same time? Okay. Okay, cool.
camera one is camera one, or output is output.
We have everybody here. Come on down, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we welcome you this evening to the championships of the Club Bocce Tournament. This evening we have two lanes full of action for you. Tom Holleman versus Anthony LaBarbera. On the men's side, which will be court number 3, and on court number 2, Lauren McDermott versus Cortland Strickland. Let's hear it for all the finalists.
Hello, young lady. You were higher seed than Anthony. I'm going to give you the call. Ready? That's an ace. That's all right. Thank you. For scoring purposes, I'm going to make you red, and I'm going to make you green. Okay?
So you probably heard Tom won the coin toss, so he'll be throwing the Polino first. Tom's balls are black, but he'll be red on the scoreboard. And then, as I said before, a few new people have joined for the Women's Championship. Tune in to the Highwood Bocce Club Facebook page, and you'll see the link to our Facebook live stream, commentated by Bridget Reedy.
All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining. We have Bridget Reed here in my booth right now. I will be commentating on the women's game. Courtney will make coin toss.
So Tom starts by putting the Polino just into the last legal box and points to about a foot left of the ball, maybe a touch short. Anthony's first Rafa goes just a little bit to the right.
You can also pull up YouTube and catch the guys' game on the BBN.
This time Anthony lags. You'll see a lot of this today where he uses a little bit of a banana throw off the rondina and comes in touching the Polino. Tom's Rafa catches his own ball.
My friend says he's one quiet better.
So he's got two at the back wall. But Anthony's still sitting on the Polino.
Thanks for joining in.
Tom catches the Polino this time, catches Anthony's ball, the Polino, and the point. As you can see deep in that corner. Anthony's got this little soft Rafa that he uses for situations like this, where he doesn't want too much action. Still Tom's point. Anthony's got his last ball. Kind of a tricky setting here. This Rafa hits the Polino and looks like he's still one red. So the black ball down at the end is holding point. They're going to do a quick measurement. It's not. It's one ball for 1.4 Anthony. But there's about 6 feet to work with, so Tom's just going to lag into that and pick up 1 point. He's got 1 ball left. Oh no, he's done. Sorry. So we've got 1 red. This match is 3 games to 12 points. 61 players started in the men's bracket in mid-August, and we're down to these final 2. So they've gone through a gauntlet of some really tough players to get to this point. Tom is a previous champion of this tournament, and Anthony was the highest non-champion vote getter in terms of seeding. So we've really got the right 2 finalists, if you will, although there's about probably half a dozen other people who would argue they'd love to be here and feel confident as well. So Tom's first lag goes about 5 feet past. put the Polino extremely deep, just barely into the legal zone. Both players have rolled through, but Anthony's got the ball with about 4 feet from the Polino. See what type of adjustment Tom makes.
Amy, let me see if I can put the
It's on a beautiful line.
stream for the men's in this chat for you. Hang on one second.
But he rolls through with that one as well. So Anthony's holding point. Tom's third ball is on the way. Again, a great looking line. I think he took a little bit off this one. And it's a beauty. Just kisses the Polino and settles down at a 90-degree angle, about an inch from the Polino. Anthony wastes no time setting up his Rafa. Hits ball and Polino. And it's 1 point for Tom at this point. Anthony's got 2 balls left. Here comes that little soft Rafa. Catches his target. And comes away with a point. The women's tournament is on Facebook Live from the Highwood Bocce Club Facebook page. You should see the live event right there. So Tom's sitting on 1 point. Anthony's got 1 ball left. He's coming down to survey the situation. Ask for a measurement. Donko's currently doing that. Anthony's getting ready to fire a Rafa. Hits his own ball. The ruling is 1 red. It's awfully close. So we've got a score of 2-0 in the early stage of this match. Tom rolls Polino again into the second box after the red line. And again goes through it a little bit, maybe 2.5 feet this time. Anthony checks up a little bit short.
Position right now, we're going to be playing about a couple inches off the back wall. It's about 8 inches off of it.
Donko's giving it a double measurement, and it's 1 red. Anthony does his little Polino throw. If it was that close before, he should have the point here. And he does. Tom's lag is heading straight for it. Distance looks right. And he picks up the point. He's about 5 inches beyond the Polino. Anthony answers with a Rafa, takes the Polino down to the back wall. You'll see a fair amount of the Polino being picked clean in this game. These two are both exceptionally accurate shooters. And when in doubt, move the target. Tom's lagging for point. He's going off the wall. Looks like a great line. It's going to come down to distance. And his distance is pure. He's got it. So there's still about 2 feet to work with. Both of these players are excellent pointers with great touch, great distance control. Anthony rolls, follows his ball. It's on a really nice line, and the distance looks a little strong, and just rolls out. So Tom's sitting on 1 point. He's got 1 ball left. His 4th ball's on the way. He's using that little bank shot again. And it's going to come down to distance from the Polino. Donko's going to give it a quick measure. Two red. So we're looking at a score of 4-0. We're about 20 minutes into this opening game of this 3-game match. Having played both of these guys before, they are hard to kill. Even if you have a lead, they're just hard to beat. They are strong mentally. They've got complete games. They don't make mental lapses. And you've really got to be on your game to get past them. Anthony uses a little bit of a bank shot. I think he caught the wall when he didn't intend to, and so it checked up a little bit short. Taking a deep breath. regrouping. He's got to get inside of about 18 inches to pick up the point here. This time he goes straight at it. It's a little strong, but he clips the Polino on the way by and picks up the point. He's probably
Game from
2
the
inches
ladies.
inside
I knew this would be an
of
absolute battle.
Tom's ball. So Tom's up now. Let's see what his answer is. He's going to use a bank and catches Anthony's ball. That was the one thing he didn't want to have happen here. Interesting side story, Tom Holleman almost opted out of this tournament. He had a partial knee replacement. Tom picks up the point there in July. The tournament started in August, and by virtue of him having a bye, he was able to buy enough time so that he could get back on his feet. Managed to win a couple matches with a different style than he normally uses, and here we are. He's largely recovered, still doing physical therapy, but playing great. So Anthony's sitting on 2 points, now 1 point, and that 1 point's going to hold up. Tom's out of balls. Anthony's got 1 ball left to try to pick up a second. His ball's on the way. He's following it. Line looks great. Distance looks like it might get there. No, checks up short. So 1 green. Anthony is on the scoreboard.
1 green.
And this will be the first time that Anthony's got the Polino. So we'll see where he decides to play it. Anthony goes fairly deep. He's sitting about a little past pin high and 2 feet west of the Polino. They pause for a minute to let Courtney Strickland, Rafa, and she takes the Polino down to the end. Beautiful ball. For those interested in the ladies' match as well, it's tied up 5-5. Another tight competition. So Tom's rolling his second ball. It's a good line, might catch the edge of the Polino, rolls by, and just rolls out. So Tom makes a smart play, pushing his own ball. Sometimes that yields you 2 points, and didn't have enough speed that if he had missed his ball, he would have been way past. So he's sitting on one. Anthony lines up for a Rafa. Splits the gap on that Rafa right between. He's got such a smooth delivery. I think everyone's surprised when occasionally he misses. Same spot. Anthony's sporting a Gem Bocce shirt, which is from Galewood, Elmwood Park, and Maywood, Illinois, about 25 minutes from here. And it is a bocce crazy town. Enormous bocce community, great facilities, public facilities, and a summer night in Elmwood Park means the bocce courts are going to be buzzing. So Tom's lining up for a Rafa, I think, to shoot Anthony's ball out and try to pick up 3 points. Hits the wrong one. So he yields him 1 point. You know, the other option there would have been to roll in and try to pick up a second point, but you know, 3-point opportunities against Anthony LaBarbera are rare, and so he was trying to take advantage of one of those opportunities that presented itself. So Tom puts the Polino just into the last legal box on the court. Lags his first ball in. Looks like a great line. Looks like he may push the Polino a little bit, and he does. The Polino is sitting right at 12 o'clock. And that means when Anthony hits it with a Rafa, the Polino is going to travel as well, likely pretty much straight back to the back wall. Here comes that Rafa. He will find his Rafa. Anthony does not stay cold for long. Taking a breath while Lauren throws. Over on court 2. Here he is back with another Rafa attempt, and of course this one he hits square. And picks up the point. So he's probably 2 feet away from, a little over 2 feet away from the Polino. Tom's going to lag in. And Tom, Donko's doing a quick measure. Still 1 green, so that means Tom's going to roll his 3rd ball. a little more juice on this one. It's not going to be short. In fact, burns at the back wall. So here at Highwood, if you hit the back wall prior to hitting another ball or the Polino, that ball is removed from the field of play. It's just a dead ball. And here comes Tom's fourth ball. And it's a beauty. He's 6 inches in front of the Polino. The only problem is that Anthony's still got 2 balls left. He's coming down to survey the situation. So with a 5-1 score in a game to 12, Tom holding a point, this is one that Anthony really wants to take that away and earn a point or two here. That's why he's taking so much time with this one. He's doing that soft Rafa, hits. And Donko indicates it is 2 red points.
Commentating on the men's game. Steve, do you wanna
So he's got 1 ball left.
his debut on the BBN.
Crazy night in bocce.
Here comes Anthony's lag. It's on a nice line. Catches the Polino. And he picks up at least 1 point. One point for Anthony.
I'll find him finally.
So we move on to the next frame. 5-2 lead, best of 12. First of our games to 12. First player to win 2 of those games will take home the beautiful new Highwood Bocce Club Championship trophy. Wait till you see this thing. They each weigh about 20 pounds. They've got the Highwood Bocce Club logo and a bocce ball on top, and sitting up on top an obelisk that stands about 8 inches tall. They're things of beauty. Anthony rolls just a little past the Polino. Tom comes in behind him and uses his ball as a backstop. So Tom's got the point. Not sure that Tom's ball actually touched Anthony's, but was on that line. Anthony Rafa's hits Polino and Tom's ball and takes it out, but moves the Polino to the middle of the court, right at the back of the first box. And Tom wastes no time lagging in. He's got literally 5 feet to earn the point, and gets to about a foot. His point is just on the right side, west side of the ball. Anthony answers with another straight lag. His line is just inside Tom's, but his distance is a little short, and Donko says no. The Anthony uses the sidewall. Kisses his own ball up, but is it enough to get the point? No, it's not. So it's still one red. Tom legs in. You'll note I do a little less commentating when we're going this direction because the players are right in front of me. And I don't want to disrupt them as they play. Certainly not a silent venue, but we are disallowed from playing any music, which is normally playing here at the Bocce Club because of music rights. So that's a big end. Tom picks up 3 points and moves to an 8-2 lead. So Tom goes back to that middle Polino placement. I think he has the sense that Anthony prefers the edges a little bit. That's where Anthony's Polino throws have been. So he's going to keep pounding the middle of the court until he gets a reason not to. Now he's left Anthony about 3 feet here to get point. So we'll see if Anthony tries one of those little use the edge or go straight at it. He goes from cross court, but a straight ball, and it's a beauty. Really nice. So he's touching the Polino or 1/4 of an inch from it at a 90-degree angle. So Tom steps in, ready to Rafa. Catches the Polino. What a nice Rafa. Takes his ball and the Polino to the back wall. So Tom's sitting on one.
Let's give you guys some Blair Witch Project for a minute. We'll show the camera 3. And you guys can watch the screen. Nothing at a time. Okay, we have Ant has the gray balls. Tom's got black.
Anthony rolls in, picks up a point.
Tom Holleman leading.
Tom looks like he's going to go off the wall with a lag, which is what he does. And the ball checks up just a little bit short. Tom's in there fairly tight. Anthony's in there fairly tight. He's got maybe 1.5 foot to the Polino. So Anthony's still holding point, and he's got 2 balls left. This could be an important end for Anthony LaBarbera to take a big bite of getting back into this game. Ladies match next door is tied at 9-9, so they are just going at it. Anthony's second ball checks up, literally 2 inches short of picking up a second point. And so he's going to try to bank this one in. Looks like a good line. Looks like a good weight. Beauty. So Anthony picks up 2 there. Score is 8-4 in favor of Tom Holleman. Anthony's got the Paulino. And we'll see where he decides to place it. He goes short and 8 inches off the right wall. He's going to wait for the ladies to play their shot here. They're at a critical juncture in the first game of their 3-game match. Anthony catches the Paulino on a ricochet off the wall and settles down about a foot beyond the Paulino. Tom lags into it, going straight at it, not using the wall, and throws a beauty. He's got point sitting about 2 inches west of the Paulino. Anthony uses the wall here. He's going to catch something. And he catches the Paulino, pushes it up. It's 1 green point for Anthony. Julian, I understand the message, but I don't think that's going to happen. Tom's got a couple choices here, and he's going through them in his mind to see what he likes. Chooses a Rafa. The question becomes where the Paulino ends up. And I think the answer is that it's still Anthony's point. But Donko's given a quick measurement. That's correct, it's 1 green, so Anthony's holding point. I think Tom knew that. He was holding a ball. And here comes his roll. He's going straight at it, not using bank. He's got the point. first game just ended on the ladies' court. 12-9 score. But I'm not sure who has 12. I'll get that to you in a moment. So Courtney took the first game over on the ladies' court. And they'll be quickly moving into game 2. So Anthony missed his Rafa at the end, which means that Tom comes away with 1 more point. Anthony was trying to just take Tom's ball out of play, which I think would have left him with 2. But alas, it was not meant to be. So we're at 9-4. Ball goes back to Tom Holleman, and you know what that means. Polino down the middle. So Tom leaves a 1.5 foot there. This is a high pressure match even for these experienced players. You know, Tom's got a little more experience competing in this tournament, but Anthony is battle tested in tournaments all over the country. You know, literally regarded, I would say, as a top 5 player in the country in open bocce or PRV. Just got such a complete game. And Tom just has a mastery of these courts and is so good in one-on-one. So Anthony has 2 balls out. He's going to try Raffing this one, probably aiming for the Polino or just to take Tom's ball out of play. Comes away with a point, but a little bit of an unfortunate break in that Tom's ball stuck around and is the second point. So Tom rolls straight at it again. And again, a beautiful lag. And again, retakes the point. So Anthony's down to 1 ball left, and he's saying, what the heck, let's make something happen. Shoots the Polino. And you know, the only thing down here at the end is his 3 balls, so he's sitting on 4 points right now. Tom's rolling in to see if he can grab the point. Boy, what a beautiful lag. So we're sitting here 91 feet from the other end line, and he lags it to about 14 inches in front of the Polino, and he had about 18 inches to work with. So here comes his second ball. Looks like he put a little more juice on this. There's no reason not to. And actually, no, it's a little bit shorter. In fact, it checks up short. So 1 point for Tom Holleman there. I thought for sure he was going to put a bit of a charge into that one, as there was no penalty for hitting his own ball into the corner. But we're sitting at 10-4. This game's to 12. I was looking at one of the posts from an earlier streamed game, and somebody from North Carolina said, "How did you get courts indoors?" Apparently they have outdoor courts only, and I responded back, this court was built in 1969, brick by brick, by the members of the Highwood Bocce Club, which included and continues to include a lot of skilled tradesmen. So there's an awful lot of pride in the fact that this beautiful structure and these amazing courts were built by the founders of the club 3 years ago. So Tom Leg's right in front, a couple of feet short. Anthony's going to use the bank to try to get around Tom's ball and pick up a point. And that's exactly what he does with a beautiful lag to 2 inches beyond the Polino. Tom's squaring up for a Rafa. It's a tight Rafa, and he clips his own ball. So that's, by tight, what I meant. He didn't have a lot of room, no room on the left, and was trying to pick it clean. So Anthony's got the point and only 1 ball out. This is one of those moments where sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. Roll into cover, not necessarily secure a point, but if he can bump into Anthony's ball, he may come away with the point as well. No, but it's a nice cover. He's 8 inches away, and it sets up the same scenario. Should Anthony decide to Rafa Tom's ball out, he'd have to contend with the risk of hitting his own. This time Tom goes straight at it, but he's still on that line over to the right. So he set up a nice little wall. Anthony's got the first point. Tom's got the next 2 within 2 feet. Anthony lags into it and, wow, just splits the 2 black balls. So Ant's sitting on 1 point. Here comes his 3rd ball. Looks like it rolls out, so still sitting on 1.
Yes, yeah. You can make one of the cup soda here as well.
And here comes Anthony's 4th ball. This looks like it's better. And picks up 2. So not exactly what Anthony was hoping to come away with, but, 2 points in this situation, bring the score to 10-6, keeps him in the ball game. It's kind of a tricky little placement there. So Anthony comes back, tosses the Polino right to the back of the first box after the red lines. Red lines are the middle of the courts. little over 45 feet from the back wall to that midline. And then I believe it's another 12 feet to where the Polino lies. Tom is squaring up a Rafa. And pulls it just a little bit to the left of his target. Andy, Alex, thank you guys. And thank you for the equipment. We're using today equipment. Ooh, Tom shoots, hits the Polino. Polino leaves the court, so we're going to start that end over from the beginning. No score change, no Polino throw change. Anytime the Polino leaves the court of play, everything resets. So we're using equipment that was provided by the Bocce Broadcast Network and American Bocce Company, and we are so grateful to not only be able to use the equipment, but the time and training that the folks put into it. They've built a really nice system here that is one of those missing building blocks to building the game of bocce into a more national, more consumable endeavor. And those of us that play the game, love the game, you know, it's just hard to find places to watch it other than YouTube videos from Italy. And due to the Bocce Broadcast Network, with some capital support from American Bocce Company, here we are broadcasting in Highwood, Illinois. Once again, the Polino leaves the court of play by bouncing back over the red line. And so once again, we're starting this end over. Folks that are watching, make sure that you not only like the broadcast, but follow the Bocce Broadcasting Network. If you enjoy watching these players play, there are great tournaments on pretty much a weekly basis. You'll see all different types of courts and different rule sets and some PRV. You know, there's such a varied way to enjoy bocce, and it's all showing up on BBN. So Anthony puts the Polino back in play for the third time and then promptly rolls his ball to half an inch away. Tom's lining up for a Rafa. Catches Ant's ball clean and sends it to the back. Tom throws with a little bit of that overhand spin, so if he Rafas a ball cleanly, his tends to stick. Anthony has both Rafa styles. He can go overhand or underhand. Anthony puts the ball right back 10 inches, 12 inches from the Polino. Sitting down next to me is a potential guest host if he wants to put a headset on. Miles Russell joined last night to watch the ladies tournament, and here he is again. Miles is probably the most accomplished national player we have here at Highwood.
I appreciate that call out. It's good to be back on here again, and thankful to BBN's set up here in the network to have this possibility in the first place. It's truly amazing.
So Miles, you know, last night when we were watching the ladies, I asked you to compare and contrast the players a little bit. I know we're at the a really critical juncture in this game, but you know, how do you think of the games of these two gentlemen that are in the finals?
Yeah, you know, I always say that one of the things that older players or more experienced players have that I always want is just the calm and steady. It really can go a long way.
And Tom has that in buckets.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, stoic. And so that's what makes, you know, in addition to him being a great player and a great lagger, just like we saw right there, you know, he keeps it together even when things, you know, don't go. Yeah, of course he shows emotion. We all do to a certain extent, but he doesn't let it ruin his next roll or his next shot. So that's one thing, you know. And Anthony, in all honesty, is one of the, him and Courtney are like on this incredible just increase in talent and ability and putting time in the game is just unbelievable. So
and when you don't think it can go any higher, you know, he keeps pushing it.
Yeah,
the kind of
exactly.
Next
So
step. The skill level is crazy.
yeah. So it's just, you know, the only thing I think really that, you know, and I've talked to him about this, is the only thing he has left is just the mental game. And when he comes in and hones that in, it will it'll be a game changer in general. So I know it has been for me.
So that's game one.
Yeah.
Game one goes to Tom Holleman. Anthony took a bold Rafa attempt on that last one, trying to make something happen.
Oh,
Caught his own
you
ball.
know what? That was actually not a bad idea.
And just got a bad break.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And he's, you know, to be honest, watching this last game, you know, he's been shooting really well. There's a couple times, you know, he had a couple of yips, but he pulled it back together. You know, he took a step back. But he's had a lot of unfortunate breaks, to be honest, from my opinion, from watching that game. Where normally you know you can get you'll be around a 50-50, you know, with shots when the Polino's near it. If both are going, you know, for the most part it hasn't gone in that direction with Anthony. But that's part of the open play.
Yeah. I mean, this first game didn't surprise me, but you know, I think we saw exactly what you talked about. Tom's steady play. Anthony got a little frustrated with himself a few times, and you know, he will continue to mature and take care of that.
Thanks for the feedback, guys.
The feedback to your feedback.
Yeah. Oh, there we are.
Steve gets a sidekick. Look, Steve gets Miles. Oh my goodness.
Miles can come talk into your camera next. What camera is that?
We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. So now we're on pause. So we'll be back in a few minutes with game two. Thanks for joining. Hope you're enjoying.
Let's get the equipment. Oh, the equipment behind us is better. Okay. Okay. There we go.
I think we are going to be starting here. The ladies did start already on court 2, second game. Courtney got that last win there, and if you're just tuning in, or the men are on court 3, and Tom Holleman got the first game. They are best out of 3, but of course, obviously, if one person wins 2, that is it. Hi, Mallory. Thanks for the 4 hearts. Appreciate it.
There wasn't room for 5.
Yeah.
Are
Yep.
you ready? All right, the players are ready to go.
Keeps on not going live. There it goes.
All right, so game 2 is underway.
It's a little bit behind. Here we have a little technical difficulty here. Maybe it looks good for you guys. We're not sure, but on our end,
Yeah, if someone could put a message in the chat, just let us know if you can see one ball out.
Yeah, it's just a little bit behind. Who's in charge of it? Yeah, see, look at. Do we just need to refresh it?
I'm just watching on here. This isn't attached to anything. Oh, here we go.
No, it's still behind.
Oh, yeah.
Who's running it?
So it's
It's going to.
Oh, okay.
By how many seconds?
10, 20?
20, yeah. That's okay.
Watch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta watch this and comment.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, sorry guys. There's a delay between the feed that we see on our desk here and YouTube. So, yeah.
Here. It's okay. All right, so Tom is sitting on 1 red. And Anthony's all in with his 4 balls.
Yeah, I think he's coming out on this one. My mentality is a little more aggressive. He shot Sotomano, backspin, and which he can hit all the time. Maybe try to switch it up, change the game up a little bit. Which is okay. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it at the beginning of the match.
Right.
As long as you're open to the repercussions of changing your approach, right? You can stay calm with it, then you'll be all right.
I feel like Tom's really pounding the middle of the court. And every time Anthony's had the Paulino, he's put it along the edge. It just seems like it takes away that banana throw that Anthony does.
Yeah.
Turns it into a straight lagging competition or shooting, and I'm sure Anthony will find his shot here soon.
All right, getting away with 2 on that is okay.
Yeah.
That is not a bad result. So.
Yeah, as Anthony was standing there, he's probably thinking it's going to go 3 or 4.
Yes, at least. I mean, typically you would see that. That's right. As long as he stays, with it, keeps his head in the game. There's a lot of game to play.
Yeah, yeah.
There's still a lot of game to play. So your hosts here, Steve and I, are going to be doing some work on these courts tomorrow morning, getting them some much needed love.
These are the last official games on this sand.
Yeah, on this sand, which is not much, but it's surprising that the speed sand really doesn't take much to change how fast the courts are. It really kind of surprised me when I was doing it the first time before nationals.
Yeah, it's remarkable that a tiny bit of sand takes feet off of the same roll.
Yep. It's a good shot by Anthony.
Yeah, he hits a couple of those in a row, and I think you're going to see a little bit more aggressive version of Anthony.
It's going to come off that pretty fast. If it doesn't hit the Plano, it's going to... All right, it's a good thing he hit the Plano. At least from my... We're getting some chats. People are chatting, yeah. From my experience on court 3 and just playing on it recently, playing my match with Anthony, there's a little bit more action and speed on the walls, at least on that left side from our viewpoint, or the right side on their side. Either way, it definitely has a little bit more speed when you're using that either the trough or coming off the wall.
Do you think that's just from the number of balls and the number of people walking up and down the court? It's
I don't
just
know.
a
I don't know if it's
strange
something
phenomenon.
I don't know if it's something with the the cusp, the curve of it. Maybe it doesn't hold the sand as much. I'm not really certain, but
Beautiful leg
yeah,
there
that's
by
actually
Anthony.
really a clutch play there. The Plano's gonna move, depending on the angle that Tom takes here.
Yeah, it's probably going to go off the wall.
Yeah, but if he goes straight on right here,
He could get it almost clean.
yeah.
Although
Or it could
he'd
take-
take
if
his
he can-
own ball out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I see. So we'll see what happens. But the Plano could bounce off the wall and actually give him point if he can keep his ball there.
This is one that we talked about last night, where sometimes walking down and taking a look might be a good idea.
Yeah, just give yourself just a perspective and slow yourself down. There's a lot to that.
Especially when you're between Rafa point.
Well, and
It throws a beauty.
it is
but
it's a really good ball. It's a defensive ball,
Yeah,
regardless.
nice cover.
Yep. That's the big thing that they changed with the rules and with the Rafa Volo, is that now you only get 2 timeouts and 2 looks, and it used to be you could go down as much as you want as long as you ask the ref. And I'm telling you, at least from my own experience, I didn't see very many people even do it anymore, because they would almost like want to hold on to it like it was a
Right, a timeout in football or something.
Yeah,
like,
something even by holding on to it, you might have to use it for a later point, and then no one used it by the end of the time. Where
Right.
when I used to play, I was like, hey, can I come look? And I would do it purposely, just slow myself down, take a deep breath, and then come back. Playing with an experienced player like Leo Giannetti, he used that a lot, even with me as his partner. He'd be like, oh, come on, let's take a timeout. We have 1 left over, or we have 2.
Yeah.
And then we'd go down there. He's like, how's it going?
Yeah.
How you doing?
What are you doing for
Just have
dinner?
what are you doing for dinner? Just to kind of reset it and calm things down, and then go back out there and make a play. So, to be honest, when you're playing an open match like this, go take a walk. There's no rules against it.
Yeah.
I highly encourage it. All right, Anthony and Tom now are tied up 2-2. Anthony rolled a really good ball in there right there for another 2 points. We have Tom Holleman having a little conversation with the crowd over here. People person.
There's no people in bocce.
Great PRV ball. Great PRV ball. No, it's a great ball no matter what. We always say you know, if you're gonna leave it a distance away, a foot away from it, it's always better in front.
Yeah.
You block up the lane, and then you force a situation like this. You know, I'm gonna shoot.
Right. Burn a ball.
Yeah.
To
And some people will,
reset.
you know, some people will actually try to roll it in on those, and then it's a burn ball.
right.
Just 'cause
Or,
it's
or you
difficult.
sell it. You're pushing.
You push them
theirs
closer. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly right.
That's a part
Uh-oh.
of.
My mentor and partner
Your
is listening.
former mentor is listening.
Game 2.
Now, if
Anthony
you know, I have
rolled
to,
it exactly back to the same spot,
Yeah.
18 inches.
Yep. Now, if any of you guys end up making money, of course, off of the secrets that I did give away, Leo does get a share of the profits there.
80%.
80%, yeah.
He's trying to backdoor it here. Go around.
You know, but that's the benefit of open. You know, a lot of the older players that are not shooting anymore, you'll see that all the time. They'll just do that exact same thing, and they'll do a hard roll hit and replace it.
Right. And they've done it enough. They
Yeah.
actually know what to expect
Yeah,
from
exactly. Yep.
Well, we don't come in last place every year for nothing.
I played on a league team with Frank DeLuca for a couple of years,
Yeah.
so you learn a whole different style of how to effectively play the game.
He's easily one of the
And
best people at that, in my opinion.
Just such a strong lagger, and that little bank, effectively a Rafa, but it's not a Rafa.
Yeah. So right now, if you guys have a pretty good view on the camera. Anthony still has 1 point.
Tom's all in.
And you know, and that was I know that was Anthony's strategy. He even said it to me. You know, he was rolling good balls there towards the end of that last game, but he didn't want a really good ball. He didn't want it on the plano or near the plano.
Because he knew it'd just be gone.
Yeah, exactly. Because Tom's shooting well, right? And so he, you know, he wanted to roll the ball a foot in front, or
Right.
in short. And especially when you put it on the right side there, you put it in that trough, you're really eliminating. Where, like, if you put it in the middle and you do that, you have a lot of different angles that you can go at to make that point. But when you put it on the right side, you can see right now it's all blocked up, even for him. So
Yeah. Crowds often, ooh and ah to those balls, that first ball that rolls right up, touching the
Yep.
Polino. And someone who's got a good Rafa knows that that's not going to be there for long. So.
Yep, you're exactly right.
So Anthony picks up another one. And has, I think, his first lead of the contest. Obviously in a best of 3, this second game is critical for Anthony to, push ahead and get a lead here.
Yep. So he puts about the same distance again. Now, see, this is what I'm telling you about. I don't know if it's a mental thing now, but I'm telling you that right side,
seems slick,
because
yeah.
even for them, I think it was their second roll or their second frame on the last game. They both rolled like 2 or 3 super long after rolling it in tight, and so
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be, maybe it's in their head too, but
Well, and
there
you
might
can
be
tell
some
by
truth to it.
Anthony's body language, he was trying to put that one short.
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't know he needed to be on it, but didn't want to be 2.5 feet behind it.
Yeah.
The applause you hear is from the ladies' game.
Yep.
There
Courtney
you-
just rolled in for 4 points there.
Picked up 4 points, and so it's a 5-2 score with Courtney Strickland.
All right, Anthony rolled a phenomenal ball right there. I'd say it's even better because if Tom's going to want to shoot that, Polino's going.
Polino's in the way, yeah.
Yeah. Now if he clipped, obviously if he clips his ball out, that's an even more phenomenal shot. But
So personally, I see Bank Rafa, but I don't expect that here.
yeah. Well, see, I like this play. I do.
Well, he can push his own up.
Yeah. See what happens. Yeah. Might be 2 now.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Tom
Good
picks
play.
up
Good play.
2 points. Anthony's still got 2 balls here, though, so lots going to change from now to the end of this frame.
Interesting. He's going to try to split them. He's going to try to put that ball right between them.
So it's 1 red now.
It's an interesting play, but I'm trying to. We usually think pretty. We're on the
Similarly,
same page. Yeah, we have a similar thought process when we're thinking about strategy and changing things up. And I think on that one, not shooting was because he was thinking about his 2 balls behind. That breakup, that blow up, very easily could remove those, and then but I think I still would have had it shoot,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Well, that's what I was imagining
Yeah.
when I said it's going to look very different. It turns out it's not going to look very different. I thought for sure he'd be blowing those up.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
Tom's got 2 balls
I appreciate
left.
the thoughts,
Yeah.
I appreciate the ideas that he does. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying Tom's got 2 balls left. He's got 1 point. No high-risk balls here of selling it, so he can, I think, roll pretty confidently in there for a point. He just doesn't want to push the Polino back.
That's key. That is key. Still just 1.
Tom's 4th ball is on the way. Going straight at it. It's going to all come down to speed.
Looks like a great ball. A really good roll.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep,
What a
yep,
beaut.
Yep. Looks like a 2 point.
2 points for Tom Holleman. Wrestles his way back into the lead. Tom goes right back up the middle again.
You know, something I learned from Mario, may he rest in peace.
I talked about him yesterday.
Yeah, he always told me, you know, when we would play and stuff like that. There was a time that, you know, it was difficult for me to beat him because he was such a consistent roller. You know, but it helped my shot because I had to be a good shooter. You know, I didn't have the bump out roll or anything like that. And so when we would play together, it was just such a nice, genuine time to be with him. You learn a lot. And what he said to me, he goes, "You know why I roll to the same spot? Is because I know I can put it on the Polino."
Right.
And
right.
he said, you know,
It's his spot.
it's his spot. And he says there's huge strategy that George Moreno, he played in this last Nationals with Todd Michael. He's a veteran of the sport, you know, very accomplished as well in his ability and his years prior, you know, to this last Nationals. He said the same thing. He said he won, you know, a pretty major tournament. I'm not sure where it was exactly, but he won the major tournament doing that same exact strategy, but in the volo zone. And he's a volo. You know, he likes volo,
right.
So he used that as his benefit, and he's like,
How frustrating to the other guy that, you know, it's constantly there and knows that his opponent can hit this volo at any time.
You're exactly right. So
Tom shot the Polino down to the end. Anthony answers by rolling in for point. We're probably 30 inches from the Polino. So Tom's going to
Donko's master tape measure.
Yeah.
There's the answer over there.
I asked him if he wanted the laser measure, and he said, no. I got the tape.
That is a good roll by Tom. Very good roll.
Yeah, those are money rolls in a game like this where
100%.
You can snatch the point back after the turn of events.
Good shot by Anthony. Beautiful
Anthony's
shot.
just got that smooth Rafa delivery, repeatable, confident.
He has some room on the left side here. He can roll. As you saw it does go left to right. I feel like on this court they're even short, just short of the dot, goes left to right. You know, going that way. Same thing. Tom's rolled into his.
Looks like Anthony's going to pick up a second here.
Yep, that's a good ball. Good
Beauty.
Ball. All right, Anthony takes the lead, 5-4.
So these guys are going back and forth.
You know, so the ladies last night, you know, no coaching, right? I really try not to do it. There's been people in the past that I've heard them say stuff to me even and different things like that, you know, and we don't want, you don't really want that. You want the players to be able to do it. But I did go up to both of them. I said, "Can I have a tip for both of you?" I'm like, "Don't worry about walking down."
Yeah.
I said, don't rush that last roll. You're both doing it. Take your time. There's no rush. And that's really all I've said.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we are doing that, aren't we? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So my point of saying that is that there's so much more to this game that allows you to be a consistent player, and it really is. It's even your approach. What are you doing up until you roll that ball? Where's your mind at? Are you paying attention? And are you doing the same thing every time, repeatable as you walk up? That really helps you be a consistent player, or more consistent.
Well, I think the mental part of the game has been an area where you've grown a lot. You know, physically, yes, your Rafa has gotten incredibly strong, but you know, I see that maturity kicking in when you play, and staying more even keeled than you used to. So
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, that was my goal this last year. I didn't really worry about. To be honest, I would say my game almost kind of teetered a little bit, kind of faltered just a little bit because I wasn't worried about playing. I was worried about my mental space, and that when I was playing, I was in a positive mindset no matter what was happening. I was really, really, truly putting a concerted effort to make that be my focus. And so, to be honest, I am proud of myself, and that's something I said about. I guess the last time I was on the BBN for the shooting competition, I said, that's kind of what I was focusing on. I wasn't focusing on my game and my shooting or anything like that. I was focusing on my mental state and how I was going to handle pressure. So,
right. And in a shooting competition where you're going and going and going, and the targets are getting tougher, you've got to keep that positive mindset. You miss one,
It's really it's such a grind, especially at our nationals. It's such a grind, because there's so many people that play, which is it's a good thing for the camaraderie. But I mean, you sit minutes before your next shot, and it can definitely weigh on you. So staying in it is a difficult process. I don't know where that plane is. Okay, so one green, a lot of room in there.
2 feet?
There's a thought process here. Looking at this right now, taking a shot and hitting any of that's a big pile. Because Anthony only has one more ball left. You want to put something close to that back wall. But a close lag can change the course too, of course.
Tom's got a really good game. Full court down here. He's used to lagging into that.
Yeah,
but
see what I mean?
Did that one burn?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, just shoot the pile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen that a lot last ball. People get a little tense, right? You get frustrated and
either come up 6 foot short or burn it.
Yeah, you change your variant. You change the variance massively.
Yeah, so it's like you never threw it.
Yeah.
Here comes Anthony's fourth.
Yep. Anthony rolled in a nice easy one right there for 2 points.
So it's a 7-4 lead for Anthony LaBarbera, pride of Elmwood Park. He went just past the end line, so Tom's going to get to place the Polino here. Anthony will retain his first ball. This is game 2, Matt. Tom Holleman won game 1, and Anthony leads here 7-4.
And they're streaming on YouTube as well for the ladies, right?
They're streaming on Facebook Live.
Oh, got it.
And you can get there, thanks for reminding me, by going to the Highwood Bocce Club Facebook page, and you'll see the link to the ladies' live stream. Bridget Reedy is broadcasting that.
That's a good
And
ball.
the ladies are battling again, 5-4.
Yeah, it's good games here. We got 52 watching. We want to thank you guys for watching and tuning in. This is the second game for both the ladies and the men's championship. Again, we want to thank BBN for making this possible for us and having this amazing setup. It's truly an awesome thing to have here. And it wouldn't be possible without the BBN network.
Dave Hoffman and Milan Tomic came out and set all this equipment up.
Yep.
Trained us. You know, they've been incredibly supportive.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Tech support today. got Lou Santello working the board, giving you these great images as well, and he's been instrumental in getting the other cameras set up, the lines run for these cameras. Tremendous assistance.
You know, so I really like this ball, and I think that's kind of that's what you want to do. To be honest, in PRV and in Open, those are some of the best balls to roll, because what it does to the player, the rollers, is it says, oh, you know, I think I can roll in there. Especially a really accomplished, solid rollers. You know, that's actually a very difficult ball to do.
Right.
And at least from my experience.
Well, look at that, how good that is, and it checked up short.
Yep.
You know, so.
I say, you know, in the future, when you're in that foot range, you shoot it. If it's
Right.
behind, maybe not. But when it's lateral or in front, you get rid of
Yeah.
it, especially in Open.
Yeah, make them put it back there again. If you're going to shoot it to lag it to a foot, do it twice.
Yeah.
Just shoot them out.
Yeah. So Tom makes a smart play here. I think he has a sense that Anthony's probably going to try to shoot the Polino down. Let's see if it slows down enough.
I think that's going to stop.
That's where you want it. If it stops now.
Yeah, nice safety ball
Yep, it
right
is.
at the back wall.
Yep.
Beauty.
I still think the play is that. Anthony may not, though. Let's see what happens.
I think that safety ball took away any thought he had of
Yeah.
hitting the Polino.
Absolutely. Great ball, Anthony. Can I say that? Can I cheer people on from the booth, or should I be impartial here? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm tracking your professionalism score, and it went down a touch, but
Yeah. Those are phenomenal roll-ins right there.
Anthony's turning the tables a little bit. This looks a lot like game one where Tom got out
He
to a
dropped
big
it.
lead.
He dropped that one a little
Yeah.
bit.
And,
So see, that's back to my point, right? I think he worried about walking down, right? Like he knew he had to walk down. He rolled two phenomenal balls there, and then that one kind of teeters off, and it's something that's not even in his wheelhouse typically.
Right.
But it's the thought process where your head is at, and so I think it's one of the biggest tips that, or at least something I've learned in my time. It's just this last ball, make it count, take your time, no rush.
Right.
Say that to yourself, you know, and just stand straight up. Don't go anywhere. Don't move. Yeah. It's 5-5 on the ladies' side. We got Julian Batula, another wonderful player, joining us on the chat. Thanks for watching.
And he's right. Feels like Anthony is finding his groove, both pointing and shooting.
Maybe he had a little grappa in between the games.
You know, I would hope so. That's one thing I don't do in league play.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
And so many people feel like, well, I play better when I've had a couple beers or something, and I feel like there's time for that after.
You're exactly right. Yeah, that's one thing that's definitely not in my strategy at all. And when I play competitively,
I don't think we'd call that a strategy, but
no, but some people do. Some people
yeah.
kind of want to have something to take the edge off, and I've always understood it. I do. I get when but I also knew when I went to Worlds, when I was fortunate enough to go to Worlds, that wasn't going to be an option, and actually could be something that would get me thrown off and eliminated if that was any suspicion that was happening. You know, and so I was like, why would I try to do that any other time? leading up
Some
to
people
that.
show up here, visitors to Highwood, and they're surprised to learn that they can't drink while they're playing. hold a beer on the court or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of the reason we have these beautiful courts is they're protected from such things.
So I'm not sure, that's not a, I don't know. He's such an accurate shooter. He could have done right down the pipe, and I think he'd have been all right. It's not a super easy shot, but he could have even done a soft rafa. I've seen it from him before.
That's what I was picturing, is that
Yeah.
little soft rafa that comes off the edge, and there breaks him up a little
That's
bit.
all right,
but
though.
Tom's still got the point.
Yeah. See, this is where I would tell him, take a walk.
Yeah.
And it really helps.
He is taking a breath at
Yes,
least.
he is.
you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it helped, and now it's kind of buried. So Tom has what?
3.
3. I don't know how much of a shot review he has on that point ball, but shooting, I think, and opening this up is a no-brainer in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tight shot to hit the point ball, so he's coming in from this angle.
I wonder if he was trying to go for Polino.
I
there.
think he was. I
Yeah.
think he was trying to take the Polino off the wall. But again, if he had walked down and taken a look, he'd see it was a little further.
Yeah, what you could have done.
He's trying it again.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
I mean, the way Tom's been pointing, in all honesty, if he wanted to point here, he could have rolled it his own.
Like it came at a steep angle. If he catches the inside of that front one, it would have rolled in for point. Let's see if he can catch his black. If he catches his black, he should have one at least.
Looks like a good roll. Oh. So he kissed Anthony's away a little bit.
Let's see if it's at least one, right? I believe.
1 red. So 10-5. That was an interesting frame. I think if they replayed that, they'd do some things differently.
Yep. I know. It like I said, it does help a lot to have a. Thanks, Lou.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Not me.
What I was going to say is it that's why having a coach at the Punta Raffavola level really helps, especially someone that is well versed in the game, understands it, because
You've had who? George and Leo as coaches, or I know George did some coaching for Gordon, I think.
No, I've had Danny, Leo, Maurizio has been
obviously,
there. Yeah. So it's just because you're above it. You're not in the motions. You're not nervous. You're just sitting there, and you can kind of slow things down.
Right.
Have a conversation with them. Call the timeout if it needs to. So.
And which competitions allow a coach like that?
Any nationals level. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think. I don't know if it really matters, but I think you could probably even have one in open. It's not Punta Raffavola. Whoa.
Ooh.
That was about the size size of the bocce ball
Yeah,
that he just went through.
a millimeter larger.
Yeah.
He even took it on an angle, to tighten it up a little bit, and still just got through.
Man, we could replay it again and slow it down. See, what I was saying is that this court has the left-right pole
Yep.
pretty consistently. Not in a wide angle, meaning kind of like on court 4. Court 4 had, used to have this huge, banana from, all the way from the left side all the way to the right side.
Yep.
This one has these subtle humps, but they fall right almost all the time.
Yeah. It'd be fascinating to see a laser leveling exercise. Like
Yeah,
they
we've
do
talked
on
about that. We've
greens
talked
and-
about that. Get one of those professional scanners to come out and get the micro level of it.
Yeah.
Like the master screens. These would be like master screens, That's how fast they are. Interesting. Great ball, Anthony. Beautiful. Yep. So he's 1 point away from carrying this into a third match. Let's see what happens on this last roll. And that's it.
2.
All right. Anthony LaBarbera and Tom Holleman are going into the third match. Anthony winning 12-5 on that one. It's great. I really enjoy. I love when they go into these third matches because it's just such a pleasure to watch
Yeah.
these games.
Watching someone lose in 2 is hard.
Yep.
And the third match, really summarizes what it's all about.
Yep.
These one-on-one competitions.
Yep.
It's,
And
here
the
we are,
ladies'
12
match
points.
yesterday was 11-11 in the last frame, and that's
Yeah.
that's how you want it to. That's why you want it to.
Yeah.
Last ball.
Yeah. It's good stuff. All right, ladies
So we're
and
going to be
gentlemen.
on just a couple-minute break here, and I want to thank Miles Russell for joining.
Thank you.
If he wants to come back in Game 3, we'd love to have him.
Yeah. I'll be here. All right.
he's actually doing a little bonus coverage, watching them play. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, game 3 will get underway with the men here
I mean,
in
this
just a
setup's
minute.
amazing.
We're taking a peek over to the ladies' court where
Yeah, they're gonna move.
it's an 8
It's
to 5 score right now.
Good to see you too.
Little bonus coverage.
You weren't saying green and red, screaming green
And
and
it
red.
looks like the ladies
Don't
took a
bust his
break
ball.
too in the middle of a point.
No, because he busted my balls last time, I'm gonna say nothing.
Come on. Yeah, 5'8". So who's up right now?
I think we need to find that out.
Or is that what happened? Did Lauren get that?
Are we in the middle of a game? Oh, the scoreboard says 5-8. Is there?
Wow.
And who won? So we're going to.
Wow, great. Thanks. All right.
So we got the lowdown, and the ladies, Lauren McDermott won 12-5, took a 4-pointer there to finish that game out. So they're going to be going to a tie-breaking game 3 as well. Again, that game can be viewed if you go to the Highwood Bocce Club Facebook page. You'll see the link. Watch the ladies play, and Bridget Reedy doing the commentary over there. So we're going to come down to the wire here with 2 games to 12 points, men and women, to decide the championship. The guys are back on the court, getting ready to play. A lot of noise here. There's probably 60 or 70 people behind me in the club here watching, and a lot of them are taking a break to hit the bar and get ready for this exciting game 3. So game 3 is officially underway for the men. Anthony won game 2, so he has the Paulino. And lags about a 1.5 foot short of the Paulino, close to the middle. 28 inches, so more than 2 feet. It's an important measurement to know. It's hard to tell from looking straight on, and the players want to know how much room there is for their lags. Tom rolls one in and checks up an inch short. I don't think I've mentioned this, but Tom Holleman is also the Highwood Bocce Club president. And as of today,
Hey, Gordon.
it's official that he is in another term, another 2-year term as the president. So on top of his bocce preparation, his recovery from his knee replacement. He's got a lot of administrative details to handle as well. This one, looks like he gets the point, but still a bit of room there.
Hey, oh, I'm a little too loud now.
Oh, how's that?
I think so. So I think Anthony's switching up his strategy here. Short, middle, putting a ball in front, forcing Tom to roll instead of shoot. And that's what I was talking about, you know. To be honest, I was coaching Tom. I'd say take a shot at either one.
Right.
Just, you know.
So Anthony's got a point and has one ball left. He's going to try to lag in here for a second. Beautiful ball.
Yep.
So Anthony starts game 3 with 2 points. Waste no time. Tossing the Polina. Polino back to a little bit deeper, just at the front edge of the third box. And legs in. We've got a little steam here. And he's going to roll by 4 or 5 feet.
So that just, you know, I know that I make mistakes like that sometimes too, especially when things are getting, you know, you get pumped up last match, but you know, it's hard to recover sometimes when you do that, to be honest.
This is a prettier ball, but just outside of Tom's. Ethan Holleman is saying that Tom's a beast. He's actually a nice guy.
What's going on, Ethan? Never met. I think we maybe met once. Thanks for joining the broadcast here.
Anthony takes a different approach with his fourth ball, going straight at it, and it's a great line.
Yeah.
Pushes the Polino, and does he have point? Looks like it, but it's close. Yeah, Anthony's got one green. Tom's sitting on 3 balls here. Great line. There's one red. Another
good
pretty
ball.
lag.
Yeah, another good ball from Tom.
Sometimes these fourth ones, I see a lot of players struggle with it after throwing 2 beautiful ones in a row. Let's see if Tom can capitalize. Goes a little differently, but 3.
3 points.
So that's got to feel good for Tom to, you know, start 0-2 and rally like that. And we've spent a lot of time talking about the mental aspect and staying calm, and I think that's going to be a factor that both players are going to have to stay under control to take home this beautiful trophy.
Yep. They are beautiful trophies, aren't they? They did a good job here. A really good job.
You don't want too many of them though, because they're heavy. You know,
I'm gonna break my
break your
break my
case.
ottomans.
We haven't had trophies for the last several years that we've been doing this competition.
No,
and,
but you know it's been brought up, and
well, if you look behind you, you'll see that there's a wall of trophies for past winners. One that has your name on it.
yeah, and I appreciate that. That's a good roll by Anthony. So Tom's roll was a little bit long on that one. He just put one in front. But it allows for either Polino or point to be taken out here.
The ZBTs are supporting Tom. And the Highwood Bocce Club is supporting Israel. I'm assuming that's a Tulane.
Is that Zeta Beta Tau Sigma?
Sigma chapter. So
Sigma chapter?
yeah,
Can't see it, it's on the end there.
ZBTs. Zeta Beta Tau.
He takes another shot and hits it.
Tom's got 1 point right in the middle of the court. Probably 1.5 feet maybe from the Polino.
So I actually like what Anthony's thinking here.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Either target.
Yep.
It's a huge target.
And that's okay too.
Creates plenty of room. Easy to go grab
Tom
a point
Tom
to
has
put
one
the
more
pressure
ball
back on
left.
Tom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't, wherever Anthony puts it, I don't see Tom shooting it. But okay, it's a good ball. Now even a point here, point on the Polino, a good point here is inside on Anthony's left ball. If it's even close, if it's on the Polino or off to the right, easy shot for Anthony. Can take it down. Could take either one down, Polino. But now
I'm a little surprised that's a point.
I'm actually what I'm surprised is. But he might be trying to slow himself down for that and just get the 2 points. He could have done Sotomano. He could have done backspin there, either or, right? Line yourself up. You stick it. It's 2. You hit Polino, go down. But it was just. I think it was probably the smarter play because when you do that backspin shot, sometimes it can kick out your other point.
I thought Donko had signaled that Tom had the point, and I was I was a little surprised that roll had point. It did not look like it.
Holleman boys, huh?
Yeah.
We got Vito B. I'm guess it's a Bonasante joining us here.
He doesn't need a last name. Even a last initial seems a little
Yeah.
repetitive. It's Vito.
You know,
Vito took me out of this competition, and I'm starting to get over that, but I was kind of hoping to get past him and have
can
a
we
battle
ban
with
him?
you.
Can we ban him from this match?
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we can knock him out.
We can ban him from the chat. There's all kinds of things we can do.
Anthony rolled the ball about a foot in front of this Polino. Tom's taking a lateral route. Looks like a pretty good ball. Let's see if
Yeah,
he gets
just
there
a little
for a point.
short, I think. He got it.
Yeah.
I gotta put my glasses back on.
Might be more than a foot. Maybe
Yeah, oh yeah,
a foot and a half too.
yeah.
But it does allow, if he does hit this up and bumps it up, he could get 2 here.
I think that's exactly what he's gonna do.
And that is what happens. 2 points. Yeah. So
Now, what would you do here? Would you be shooting Paulino?
yeah, I would shoot either or.
Yeah, the ball on the right or Paulino.
Mm-hmm. It's such a big target, especially if you close up the gap. But we'll see what Tom does here. He's rolling really well. That's a really good ball, but
Yeah, if he had grabbed the Paulino and pushed it.
let's see what happens here. So I'm saying here is that if that's not point, it's a burn ball, right? You're kind of burning a ball there in a sense of things. So I think Tom's shooting well enough that he could take a shot at either one. Obviously, you want Polino, right? But if you come at the right angle.
So Tom's down to his last ball. Now he's looking a little frustrated.
Yeah. Is it 1 point, Anthony, or is it 2?
It's 4-3. Oh.
No, I mean on the board right now. Oh, he's gonna go for a Polino push here. Short's no good.
Nope, just missed it to the side. I couldn't tell from his measurement.
You know, I think what happens when you play enough national rules, you're very aware of the other courts. A lot of times that is a big complaint that we've, at least I've heard being on the board, being in those conversations. Great ball by Anthony. Oh, does he push it a little too much? Let's see what happens.
I think it's going to be 1 green. All right, so Donka's saying it's 2 green, maybe a 3rd.
Even bumping into that ball that's on the Polino could bump it towards them, which would, if it's a good roll, you can do it. A gamble shot here is a bounce shot.
Well, you could bank it in from the side, and if you catch your own, he's just going to do a straight lag.
And it just took a turn there.
Yeah, but he was going to just touch his at probably enough.
2 for sure.
Yeah, so that one's good. That one's good.
The ladies on court 2, 6-0. Right now, Courtney's up.
So 2 points for Anthony here.
That's all right. For Tom, that's a good walk away. We got Sean Crone, and we got Julian still in the chat here. Welcome, Sean, to the YouTube chat. Thanks for joining us. Julian, I did say, bounce shot for the 3, but yeah, it's all fun. The only issue with that last situation is he just bumped the Polino up. If he didn't bump the Polino up, it could have been an easy 3.
Yeah. So I think you're right that Anthony's seeing a strategy. We're seeing a strategy emerge here. I think he just rolled that one a little bit outside of where he wanted it. And so Tom's coming in to go straight at it. Looks like he's going to pick up the point here.
Yeah.
Donko's getting a tape measure workout.
Yeah, he is. You know who's the real tape measure king? Vito Bonasante. You know, he loves measuring.
Vito B.
Vito B.
Yeah.
He loves measuring. You know, he can't help himself. And the thing is, you know, being the trades, he's actually really good at it. So, you know, I trust, out of anybody in the club, I trust him with the tape measure more than anybody. He knows his fractions.
He knows that.
Bring in metric rulers next week.
Yeah.
Lilia.
Thanks for joining us, Lilia. That's a good roll by Tom. Anthony has a big target here. I see both targets going here.
For Salio.
Yep. Oh, he picked
the Polino queen.
Yeah, he picked the Polino. See, it is quoted. You can screenshot that video and you know, put the audio on it that you were known as the tape measure master and a tile master.
It's good to have skills. Measure twice, cut once. Vito only measures once. That's all he needs. Over on court 2, the match is 10-0 with Courtney out in front. She's trying to close this out. Lauren's sitting on a point. Oh,
Wow, 10-0.
Courtney throws a beautiful ball that steals that point. Maybe 2, 1.
Good shot by Tom.
So he gets a bad break out of it.
Really bad break. Looks like a good roll by Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren picks up point. Stays alive. Good ball by Tom to cover and protect.
Yeah.
He's Anthony's sitting on 1.
That's all right. I think point is actually wall, to be honest. From this perspective, it doesn't look like it, but I think if he puts a point on the wall, it's going to be 2.
So based on that, it's a good line. Is it deep enough? I think it's going to check up short.
Yeah, you don't want to be short on those ones, but that's all right. Again, last ball, right?
Yep.
You're moving down. Your body's thinking that error can occur.
I think we're all getting a little master lesson here from Mr. Miles Russell.
What we got here? Christopher. Yeah, she's really doing a great job. I haven't really been following it too much. I look up and now it's 10-0. I didn't realize the score.
You know, Lauren's
staying in it.
Lauren's the reigning champ. It's hard to take a champion out, but Courtney's got such a solid game and seems to be finding her groove here. So she's on the verge of doing just that. That 12th point's the toughest one to get, they say.
Yep, it really is. by Tom. So, you know, I've been fortunate enough that Sean Crone asked me to play with him at the next log cabin tournament.
wow.
I know.
Wow.
You know, I didn't think I was going to have a chance to be able to play with
I'm
Sean
guessing that
and
means
Vito and
that means Dave's busy.
Frank. Yeah, Dave left.
Huh.
The one thing I can truly say, and this is not tongue-in-cheek type of thing, it's Vito is a beer connoisseur, one that truly knows. Not to get off the bocce topic, but boy, does he know beers, and you could ask him anything about beers.
I used to, and I've lost it.
Oh man, just take a Vito class. He'll catch you up.
I used to present to the Craft Brewers Association, room full of 2,000 people talking about beer. And
Did you?
yeah,
No bullshit.
I wouldn't make that up.
Man, he just misses that by a hair. Looks like Tom rolled in a really clutch ball right there, right?
Yeah.
I can see a little bit on our view here, but I wanted to look over the fence. I mean, it's right on the Plano. That is a clutch ball. Oh, whiskey too. Yeah. I think you're more about beer though. You know, okay.
He's
Not
just an
wrong.
expert in everything.
Yeah.
Does he play better with it?
Probably. That's a good ball by Anthony. Good.
It is, and it's one ball off the back wall.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ball.
Yeah. You don't. Me personally, I'd probably try to do a roll that's not going to be short. The reason being is you can catch the inside of Anthony's ball, which you'd want to do, right? If you hit his ball, it's not going to kick it out. You're not going to lose point, you know. So this is a smart roll by Tom. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just short.
Just checks up short.
Yep.
It's probably 3 feet short of point. It's a pretty target-rich environment down
You know,
here.
you don't. Yeah, you don't want to be short. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hitting the back wall. It'd be very hard to sell this. So that's all right. 1 point allows you to get the Plano. We'll see where he puts it.
Yeah, and 7-4. You know, we've seen a couple 2 and 3 point swings in this match.
I don't even know what that means, Christopher. Are we calming? Are we?
Bob Ross, is that golf related?
No. The painter. Remember he does all those paintings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put this happy tree and mountain over here.
Well, the women's match has just ended. We have a new champion, Courtney Strickland.
Yeah. What a way to dominate
The men are taking
the
a
year
little
this
pause
year.
to let the ladies have the spotlight. Got such good women players here.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
Yeah. Highwood is a dominant force in this country, and we're producing just great players, and that's what's exciting about it. You know, I'm proud to say that, right? I'm proud to be a part of this club. I'm proud to be, you know, helping people grow and everything. So. And again, so Courtney, I know you guys, some of you are watching, maybe you're watching both streams, but Courtney Strickland just won the final match, and so she's the women's champion. and rightly so. You know, she's been on fire. She broke the women's U.S. precision record. Is holding it now, and she just did phenomenal. So it's good to see that that carried over. She continued to do it. She was shooting phenomenal, and that's a big difference when you have that confidence.
Right.
And Lauren's a phenomenal roller, and so if you can't shoot, it's going to be hard, and that's the edge that Courtney has there, and so.
And week after week after week, you stop by this club, and those women are here working on their game. Building up to nationals, they put in so much work and have kept it going for the tournament circuit.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see them play in women's singles again this year.
This is a nice ball by Tom. He's gonna
gives him 2.
Get a couple.
Clogs it up a little bit.
.22 inches, Donko says that.
Well,
so that's a fair amount of room to lag into.
That is a phenomenal roll by Anthony. Phenomenal.
His body language just looks like that positive, aggressive,
confidence,
confident roller. And when he starts getting that and a little chase after the ball, you know he's rolling well.
It seems a little short. Different line, smart. Let's see if he gets enough over that ledge.
Don't want to push that black ball, but he's clear of that.
That's right. He hurried that one. That's okay. 1 point for that gap. It's okay.
And as he likes to say, one that you get is one the other guy doesn't get.
Julio Batula still actively in the chat here. Seems like Vito B and Sean are slacking a little bit in commentary on this chat.
Yeah,
I could always count on Julian to keep in it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Sean is. He jumps in and tries to make a comment that's going to get some attention, and if we don't respond to it enough, then he probably jumps out.
I tried to buy it, get him in here, rope him in. Oh.
Beautiful lag by Anthony to 4 or 5 inches. Two competitors having a chuckle at the end about something. That's Miles chewing ice, if you're wondering what that sound is. Oh,
big shot.
Polino Hunter.
Yeah, they've both been taking a lot of Polinos.
Oh, Vito corrected me. We score, they can't score. That's the secret.
Big shot from Anthony. Brings some balls down. Tom's ball is still closer. Yep.
Yeah, Tom's ball.
But that's all right. That was a smart play. It allows Anthony now to shoot at the point ball. If he catches Polino, gives him 2 points easy. We're graced by another amazing player, Vanessa. Thanks for joining us at the table.
Semifinalist, referee.
Yeah, semifinalist, best referee ever.
Wow.
Sean's back. We roped him back in, you know.
Oh,
Him
he's
and
watching
Vito.
on the TV, so
Yeah, he's
I
watching on the
can't
TV.
really type. So Tom's got 3 balls left here. That was couple misses on. Looks like he was trying to shoot the Polino.
Yeah, you'd want to fear the plane on that shot, but anything's good.
Quick measurement from Donko to see whether it's 1 ball, 1 or 2. And
I can
he's got
speak
2.
for myself. Sometimes I struggle with that. Trying to be, especially in open, trying to be too precise. It doesn't benefit you in this game. Sometimes just saying, whatever, I'm going to be okay shooting either one. It really can just allow yourself to relax.
Yeah, it's a big target when you're looking at both.
Yeah.
And if you go in between, it gives you something to chuckle about.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. It's a great way to put it.
Here comes Tom's 4th
Short's
ball.
no good.
It's not short. Catches the Polino. 3 red.
All right, he's back in it with Anthony still leading by 1 point. 8-7 score right here.
You can still see a little bit of a hitch in Tom's gait as he recovers from that knee replacement. But he's can't be feeling any pain right now after a 3-pointer.
Tom has gone through so much.
Yeah.
In the last year.
Yeah, the knee
year and a
replacement's
half.
minor, right?
Minor compared to what he's dealt with, and so we're really happy to see his well-being, and I think it also gives you a boost of confidence when you're feeling well, and it definitely shows in his game. He's always been a player.
Yep.
Good shot by Anthony. He hit it on the right side. See what happens with these bounces.
I think we're going to get to enjoy another measurement.
Oh, the ball's moving. The black ball is moving by itself.
Not tomorrow after we replace the
No,
sand.
when we replace the sand, we're gonna put so much sand down.
It's going to be like playing on a beach.
It's gonna be on a beach. No balls will be moving. They'll be
What time does the
stuck.
first dump truck get here?
It'll be like a Zen garden. You can make little nice
Little
straight
rake.
lines,
Yeah.
little rake in there. And good ball by Anthony. Very good ball.
Yeah.
Yep. When you're rolling to the end there, the further it gets down the court, the more important it is to put it within that hula hoop. I don't know how to explain it, and it makes it so much more difficult to do that. At least from my experience.
Well, the inclination of newer players is to fear the wall.
Yeah.
And they end up
Yep.
up by the blue line. And, again, it's like you never threw it. So, these guys have thrown enough balls that they know where the end line is. They don't fear it.
What's going on, Vince?
Maurizio, don't add too much sand. We're taking sand off.
We're gonna.
You can add the sand back on, Mo.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring out a drop spreader.
So interesting that he moved Ant's ball back to the point where he picks up the point.
So the crazy thing is, tomorrow there's a big tournament at Cleveland, Molisani.
My hometown.
Yep.
I was born about a mile from Molisani.
They have new courts out there. They just redid, and I guess they're all really consistent.
Those courts are a little shorter, 60 foot.
Yep.
But boy, they look beautiful. I've only seen pictures of them. All right, so Tom's sitting on one, and he's got a ball left to try to wrestle away the lead.
And Anthony has he's going there with Leo and Maurizio, and he's playing with one guy on the team's from there is Anthony Cugini, and so they're he has to head out tomorrow for a bat.
Are they flying?
No, they're driving. Driving's the way to go. I think it might be one because he hit the Plano, but we'll see what happens here.
Red. All tied up. So here we are, 4 points away from knowing who the 2023 club champion is of the men. We've already settled that debate on the ladies' side with Courtney Strickland raising the trophy.
We'll give another. I got another shout out to BBN. Thank you for making this possible for us. We're in this third game for the men's championship. Tom Holleman versus Anthony LaBarbera. Two amazing players. So this has just been a joy to watch. And now they're 8-8 going into this final game. So we're just thankful for BBN, and you said Milan, and who else came out and helped you?
Dave Hoffman.
Thank you guys both for, if you're on or even listening, but shout out to them to make this possible. It's a good ball.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it's close enough. That is not going over, I think, as much as he wants it to.
Well, it's going to drive through as well, roll out.
So that quick approach to the ball after rolling a bad one, it's something I do all the time.
You wish you didn't?
Yeah, you it doesn't.
It never happened if you
hurts.
roll fast enough?
Yeah, it never hurts. But here, thankfully, Anthony rolls a really, really good ball.
Yeah, that's
it's hidden away. Pommel might have a shot at it.
Yeah, from that corner, he might go, he can go Polino or...
Yeah, and his shot, the way he shoots, actually is the benefit to this. For me, it'd probably be a little more difficult because he has some spin on his shot. That front ball played its part. An old blocker.
So Anthony's got one ball left, and Tom's got two. Obviously, at an 8-8 score, this is a pretty crucial point in the match. Tom's queuing up for another Rafa.
I think that's smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think there was any hesitation. Gets the Polino and the ball.
What's it doing? I can't tell.
Anthony's point.
I see it. Yep.
Wow. Those are things where you execute exactly what you want, but you're left hoping a little bit. Oh, Fortunato.
Did it stop? Another amazing roll to that back wall. He's done that a couple times. Really has. He's really keeping himself in the game. But that's a great roll regardless.
Here comes Ants. Last ball. Checks up short. So one green. Anthony LaBarbera takes a 9-8 lead. This is kind of what we hope for in this tournament, that you get top players having top matches that go down to the wire.
Yep.
And we've already had that in the women's tournament. 3 games. And here we go in game 3. What promises to be a memorable finish.
Okay, Anthony
Nice
rolls
leg.
one short, puts it just a little bit left to short. Does give a window for Tom. See what happens. Court does like to pull right, so that should stay pretty true.
Very nice.
It's a good ball. Yeah. This is where you want either or.
Right.
Obviously, Plano would be great.
But you'll live with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Vito says you can cut the tension with a knife. It's a little cliche.
Tension.
Tensione.
He put a little accent on.
See.
It's not a good shot. And that's where, let's see what happens. Oh, see there, pulls right.
Yep. Thought it might
Yep.
kiss off of
Yep.
Anthony's ball, but it did not.
But that's where, you know, if you can put one in a decent distance from it and then keep up those shots, it puts a lot of pressure. I mean, really, to consistently roll in to make point, it's a lot.
Well, and you start to wonder, what do I have to do to beat this?
Yep. So we'll see what happens here.
See if it goes to the right, and it's bending. Beautiful ball.
So
Very nice.
I do see. Let's see, he's gonna shoot normal.
Takes the Polino down. Oh,
Unfortunate.
yeah. Great shot. Not the result he wanted.
That's a result. That's a result of rolling a good ball, right?
Yep. Yep. All tied up at 9. Well, Chris has an interesting idea. I'm curious, has any club ever considered hosting a national singles championship with the club championships from all the areas that have them?
You know, Christopher, that's actually a really, it's a really good thought, and there is something kind of, I believe, brewing. There's nothing I can speak to specifically. There is a conversation of like a Riders Cup style format where clubs from everywhere will form teams. Oh, we have Andy Zimmerman, yeah. So Andy's definitely way more involved in the discussion around this, but there is discussion surrounding this, because it would be amazing to have teams formed from the top clubs in the top areas, with coaches just kind of like the Writers' Cup, maybe even just singles, and then you face off. But yeah, that is a great
Beautiful.
idea, Christopher.
Beautiful lag in there from Ant, and now Tom's squaring up to shoot Polino or point, or both. It's both.
Point to Tom. I can't tell from here. Where is it? Oh, I didn't see that there. You know, and the reality is the European.
Beautiful roll,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
A
The
foot in front of the
European
Polino.
bocce scene really has it down with doing things like that. Picking top players, and they're going and playing each other, and it's not.
Everything's
just,
a train ride away, and they.
Well, that's the
they
that's
know
the
all
biggest
players,
thing.
and,
Yeah. You can get anywhere within 6 to 8 hours, driving even.
yeah,
We have to drive 6 hours down to St. Louis.
to get to Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Wow.
Oh, great ball by Tom.
Beautiful. The two players fist bump each other out of respect.
So yeah, I would actually, that's a good roll. I think he has a pretty good idea where it is, but I would take a walk down.
Right.
I would have taken a walk just to see. Oof. I think that's it.
Boy, I'm standing right over it. That's close. I can't tell. I think Anthony's got it, but. Wouldn't that laser measure have been nice?
Not everyone has a laser measure like you.
All right, Tom's. Lagging in. It's a good line. It's going to check up short. Yeah, he's 3 feet short.
It sounds really strange. I hope he comes down and looks at this. So what I see here, if I came down, if I was Anthony, is how can I win this? To be honest, I may try to roll one fast at those two right there in the front, bump out Tom's and get in 3.
Yep.
That's kind of the thought process of how to try to win this. If not, you just roll in for 2 and bring it to 11. But if you're trying to win it, I would roll it at his front ball there.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Don't
Tom
be
had a black one down here at the
You're
end,
not
so
gonna
you
sell
can't
it.
shoot that Polino. Right,
No,
right.
you're not going to sell it if you roll a fast one at an angle trying to go at your ball.
Yeah, the only way he could sell it is taking his
Or doing it too
own
soft.
point out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see what happens here. I think he's doing just that. It's coming across, though.
And it could take his own out.
Yeah, he was trying.
Wow.
Wow. He was trying. He was trying. I think it was. Yep. It just came across. It came across more than I even thought it would.
Wow.
See, I didn't see the court doing that. You know what I mean? Like and you
Well,
even said it. Well, he could take his point, but I didn't see it moving 4 feet right to left, 3 feet.
It was the line that he threw it onto, though.
Yeah.
From the get-go, I feared that that's where it was headed.
Yeah.
Michael doesn't trust the laser. How does it know? Honestly, I just trust Maurizio's eye.
He's
He
the
looks
eagle
at
eye.
it. He looks at it and he goes,
He can
yeah,
call it from down here, don't you know?
Oh, I know.
He is the laser eye. It's a really good ball by Anthony. Really good ball.
Andy's promoting a big money tournament at Palazzo.
Yeah, we've heard word of that. I look forward to that.
Chris, I'm going to let someone else tackle that one. I guess if you go to the bottom of the ball consistently and measure to the front of the Polino, theoretically it should be consistent.
Big shot, big shot.
Wow.
Another good ball.
These are
This was actually
pressure-packed money throws.
Yeah, but this is another. That first one that's a big shot to be able to take, and this is a smart play by Tom to be able to take a walk and check it out. I think I would shoot it again if I was Tom.
Yeah. Anthony does have a ball at the back wall. You don't want to catch Polino here. Don't want to catch your own. He's going to lag.
It's just too bad, Andy and Christopher, that we don't have, a bunch of Vito Bonasantes being able to measure all the time. That's
another
a huge
money
role.
ball.
That is a huge role. Yeah. But it puts Anthony in a position to take Polino down. So let's see what happens here. Big shot. Big shot. That is a game-changing shot right there.
Yep.
Because Tom has 3 balls. So that's kind of why I liked Tom shooting there. Just because
it's going to end up down there anyhow.
Anthony shoots Polinos all the time. So.
Right. Almost 2 feet.
Oh, Tom with a very good ball. Very good ball.
Boy, he has made 3 clutch throws on this in this frame.
Anthony's debating, I think, shooting Polino for the win here. Let's see what happens.
He's got it.
That's it. Wow. That's it. Bravo, bravo. That's the way to win it. Win it with a Polino shot. Yeah. That's big pressure. That's a big money shot.
And he approached that with the confidence that we've been seeing developing, in games 2 and 3.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. What a great match. All right,
folks. We're going to pause for the trophy presentation. Thank you all for joining and watching. Subscribe to the Bocce Broadcast Network.
Yeah, please subscribe. It only helps this sport grow. What an amazing match for both of them. And to the ladies, Courtney. That's awesome. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Wonderful game.
Wonderful.
Great playing. What a fucking hit.
So these trophies are new this year, and they're beautiful. It weighs about 25 pounds, and it's gorgeous. It'll be engraved with the winner's name, 2023 Men's Club Champion, Anthony LaBarbera. After this, we're going to be handing out some trophies for the last couple of years, and Tom will actually be getting one of these beautiful trophies. We've got a first-time champion on the ladies' side as well. So, Lauren and Courtney, if you guys could come out here. Lauren is our reigning champion from last year, and she'll be picking up a trophy as well. And want to make sure we get a picture with the two finalists.
So we started this tournament 7 or 8 years ago, and I think it's maybe gotten a little bit better each year, but special thanks to Mr. Thornberry, who really took it to another level this year. Awesome job, Steve. By the way, this guy had a phone call from 2 to 4 in the morning with somebody from Italy. He was here before, and then he came all day after, so he worked his ass off. So Steve, thank you so much.
Who do we have here?
We've got Miles.
Okay.
We've got Lauren.
Yeah, so we do have trophies for some of the past years. There were some trophies that were for the first couple of years, and then we stopped. I'm not sure why.
COVID.
My fault, totally my fault. So we did kind of go back for some past champions as well. So let's start from last.
Yeah,
What do we got?
yeah, we've got Miles Russell.
Okay, so last year's champion, Miles Russell. Mention.
That's Lauren McDermott.
This year's runner-up, but last year's champion, women's champion, Lauren McDermott.
And this guy named Tom Holleman.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for everybody.
Usually I'm around, but I didn't.
Is there anyone else here?
Yeah, have everybody come down.
Courtney and Anthony.
Courtney.
Yeah, we'll get everybody out here.
Just so you know, we also have trophies for Amy Lazzaretti, Todd Michael, and is there one more up there? Oh, Paul. One for Paul.
My arms are tired. This screws off. Let's get this year's champions in the set. Well, who are we looking at?
One more picture, one more. Great job, man. One more, great job.
So we're signing off now. Again, thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you down the bocce circuit.